Hello and welcome to the Lake District Yogi. My name's Kat and welcome to this really nice, feel-good, kind of flowy little session that we're going to do today. We're going to start seated like this. I'm not going to nat it on for too long, but I will say, if you can and if you want to, pause this video and kind of curate your space. So maybe, depending on the time of day, light a candle, get something really nice, burning a nice essential oil going, cue up some music. I don't have music on my videos because I would like people to be able to choose whether or not to have music. It's quite a personal thing, isn't it? Personally, I always practice with music on, and you can put something quite energizing if you're wanting to build up some heat and warmth and energy, or something very soothing, obviously, if you're going for that. So I leave that up to you, but I would encourage you to cue up something that suits what you need today. Create the space so that when you step onto your mat, it's a really mindful, kind of conscious place to be that has got all the scrummy things that you need. For me, that's always tea, very often essential oils. I have been known to bring poetry books to my mat to dip in and out of at the beginning or halfway through even. So it's totally up to you what you do. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to get started. So we're going to start in an easy cross-legged seat. If this isn't easy for you and you find this challenging, you can always kneel, prop yourself, do whatever you need to do with blankets and pillows to make this feel comfortable. And we're going to place our right hand down on the ground beside us. And we're going to stretch our left arm up, but I want you to go in with this really slowly. So start to move this left arm over. And find a reach, but we're not going 100%, nowhere near. We're just starting to feel into our bodies. And then I want you to try and find some fluidity here. So seeking space. So you can stretch and reach, you can ease back, bend the elbow, turn to look that way, anything you like. Just explore some really nice, juicy movement here. Just feeling our way into our bodies. There's absolutely no right or wrong here. It's just an exploration of space and movement. And then we'll gently move to the other side. Let the right arm come over. And then start that gentle, organic movement as you feel into the body. That could be the waist, the side body, the shoulders, the hips, bits of rotation and twist. Grounding and reaching. And then come back up to center. Place the hands on the knees. And next time you breathe in, let the heart shine forward. Lift the chin a little. And as you breathe out, round the spine, draw the chin to the chest. Moving like this on your own breath. So these early movements are really very much about making that deep connection between breath and movement. The simpler the movements, the easier it is to kind of lock that breath pattern in. And then hopefully the breath pattern is established by the time we move into more dynamic, challenging things. So last round, letting the heart shine forward as you fill up with breath. Exhale, rounding that spine, draw the chin to the chest. Finding a neutral spine. Sweep the arms overhead next time you breathe in. Exhale into a twist to the right. Right hand behind, left hand to right knee. Again, this is early days. Don't go in too deeply. Just finding some gentle movement. Sweep the arms back overhead, twist the other way. Come back to center. Lift the arms, this time close the eyes, draw the palms down to the heart. And then we'll turn to come to all fours. And then turn to the long edge of your mat. So I'm going to the right first, so I will have my back to you. So turn to the long edge of your mat, come up onto your knees, and then plant your left foot so the toes are pointing to the front of the mat. And then place your elbow, your left elbow on that knee and reach that right arm over. And then with that elbow, you can start to ease into that left hip. You can find any amount of sway, side to side, if that feels good. Then come back up, swivel so you're facing your front foot, and then bring that left leg behind you. So sweep the left leg behind you, right knee is down. And then engage fully through that leg, flex or point the foot. And then step that left foot between the hands, find a low lunge, however that looks for you, whether it's much more upright or you have that sort of movement to sink into the hips. Just feel your way in. Fingers can stay on the ground, the knee, or you can lift the arms overhead. Take a centered breath here. Bring the fingertips to the ground, send the hips back, find half split. Keep a bend in that left knee if you need, but find any amount of that fluid movement here, just like we did with the arm at the beginning. There may be less range of movement here, but see what you can do. And then rebend that front leg. Plant both hands inside the foot and step the back foot up till you're in a squat towards the front of your mat. And again, fingers can stay on the floor or bring the elbows inside the knees and the hands to the heart. Find your drishti, your gaze point, something unmoving that can help focus your mind and help the balance. And then slowly, using the strength in the legs, press into the feet. Come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms overhead. Next, exhale, fold back down. Land in this forward fold. Feet still nice and wide. Let yourself hang, find any sway. Heel toe the feet back together as you find stillness. And then either step straight back to downward dog, or if you're ready, you can move through a vinyasa, finding cobra or upward dog. And then downward dog. Maybe this is your first downward dog, so look after yourself, pedal the feet, keep things soft. And then finding stillness. Very gently lower the knees back to the ground. Okay, we're going to now turn to the other side of our mat. Come up onto your knees, take the right foot out, toes pointing to the front of your mat. Place your right elbow on your knee and lean this left arm over. And then feel your way into this hip. Can you ease that knee towards the right a fraction until you feel that kicking in sensation, that activation in the hip? Does it feel really good? If it doesn't, back right off. If it does, keep going, opening into that hip, maybe finding a bit of sway. A bit of sway is always nice. This is a very fluid class today. Okay, gently swivel round, frame the front foot on the back knee, send that right leg out behind you. Activate and energize the leg. Flex or point the foot. Hold here for another round of breath. And then when you're ready, step the right foot between the hands, make your way into your low lunge, your version of this, and Vinyasa. Such a lovely name. Finding somewhere that works for you for the arms. Settle in for a breath. Wherever you are, kind of scissor the legs in together. Feel that energy coming into the midline, drawing things to the center, finding that sort of core line of energy through the body. Gently lower the hands, find half splits. You may need to adjust your hands, slide your fingers, that's all good. Find that feeling of fluidity if you can. Little bits of exploration in movement and breath. Hopefully feels really joyful, even if it's just a small amount. Okay, gently rebend the front leg, bring both hands to the inside of the foot, and then step back into that squat. Finding somewhere for your hands. If you've got your elbows inside your knees, press the knees in as if they're trying to close. Press the knees out with your elbows. Feel that equal amount of movement in two directions. How that helps us feel centered. Okay, we're going to come up to standing, pressing into the feet with control, slowly. Come up to standing, push the arms overhead. Next exhale, fold back forward. Hanging over our legs, maybe we take opposite elbows, maybe we find any amount of sway. Gently finding stillness. Inhale, lift halfway, nice flat back, fingers to the floor or the shins. Exhale, fold. Heel toe the feet a little bit closer, and then once again, your choice. Step to down dog or move through your flow. Okay, enjoy this moment of pause in down dog. Taking a fully grounded breath. Feel into your hands and feet. Soften the knees if you need. Feel the energy in your body. Feel the softness in your heart, in your face, in your neck. Okay, we're moving into pigeon, so you know where we're going. You can prepare. We're going to send that right knee between our hands or towards our right hand. So right knee down, and then lean onto your right bum cheek and send this left leg round until it meets the right foot. So we're in this kind of single Paschimottanasana, but at an angle on our mat. Turn your torso towards this long leg here, and when you're ready, find a fold over that leg. So you can hold your foot, but it could be that you're holding onto your thigh or your shin, or even having the hands on the floor. Take a breath in, lift the heart, and as you exhale, fold forward any amount. Settle in here for a breath or two. Slowly come back up. Keep the legs where they are. Twist to the right. So bring the hand to the knee, bring the right hand behind somewhere, and find a seated twist in this shape. Exhale yourself back round to this leg. Lift the leg off the ground, take the outside of the leg with the right foot, knee can stay bent, or you can straighten the leg, pulling hand into foot, pushing foot into hand, open that left arm, and feel that length in the torso, almost sort of lifting out of the waist, all the way to the crown of the head. Take another full breath in here. As you breathe out, sweep that left arm over and take the inside of the foot. So the hands are crossed. We're holding onto the foot. Keep that lift in the torso as if the sternum's being magnetically drawn to the leg. And then gently, with control, release that leg, bring it back down so the foot is touching the inside of your thigh. Place your right hand outside your right hip, will come up into stargazer. So onto that right knee, peel that left arm open, let your heart shine. Gently set yourself back down. And then you can reposition yourself to the front of your mat. We're going to find fire log. So fire log has our shins stacked one on top of the other. I'm going to turn this way to show you. Okay, so we've got the bottom leg kind of at a right angle and the top leg on top. So the feet and knees are stacked. If this is really, really challenging, and I totally appreciate that it is for many people, by all means, just find an easy cross-legged shape. If you can manage fire log, it is the most sensational stretch for the outer hips. So even if you are kind of working towards it, do, if you can. I always slide this foot slightly off the knee. I find it really uncomfortable. My knees are like quite bony and my ankles are quite bony. So I often slide that foot a little bit sort of off the knee, and that eases things and actually makes this much more accessible. So there are plenty of ways in which you could try doing this. And then if you are here and it is comfortable, by all means, see about coming forward. This is when you will start to feel it in the outer hips. It is just the best stretch for your outer hips if you can manage it. If you are in an easy cross-legged shape, finding that forward fold just the same. And then find your breath. Feel into your hips. Slowly come back up. I'm going to turn back to the front. Okay, we're going to release the feet. We're coming into a squat again. So finding hands at the heart if you can, or fingers to the ground. And then if your hands are lifted, place the fingertips down, lift the hips a fraction, turn the feet so they're parallel, and then come up into a forward fold, again with nice wide feet. Plant the left hand beneath your face. It can be flat or you can be on tented fingers. Bend the left knee a lot and then open out to the right. Peeling that right arm to the ceiling, shoulder, elbow, fingers. Next out breath. Breathe the right hand down, tent the fingers. Bend the right knee a lot and open to the left. Shoulder, elbow, fingers. Bring that left hand down. Fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Heel toe the feet together a little and then move through a vinyasa. So you can jump or step back to plank. You can flow cruising through chaturanga or bringing the knees down and moving through cobra. Back to downward dog. Pause here for a couple of breaths, really pressing into the heels of the hands, the finger pads of all 10 fingers deeply rooted. And then prepare to move into pigeon on the left. I always extend my leg first behind me, but you don't need to do that. So move into pigeon and then let yourself sit onto that left bum cheek as you swing your right leg round. So we're at this angle. Grow tall out of the waist, right to the crown of the head, and then find a fold over that right leg, however that works for you. And when you've settled in, just reconnect with the breath if you've lost that. And start deeply and intimately journeying with each breath. And don't forget any adjustments needed. You can bend the knee, put a blanket or a pillow under this knee, anything that works for you. Slowly peel yourself back up. Come into a twist, right hand to the knee, left hand behind. Come back round. Okay. Take this right foot off the ground, take the outside of it with your left hand, knee can be bent or you can begin to straighten the leg. Find that lift out of the waist and from the sternum through the heart, and then open the right arm out behind you. Pulling hand into foot, pushing foot into hand. Okay, take a full slow breath in here. And as you breathe out, let that right arm travel over to find the inside of your foot. And then gently, with control, letting that leg come down. Plant the left hand on the outside of your hip. Move into stargazer, peeling open. Gently set yourself back down. And then move into fire log on this side. So the left leg will be on the bottom now. Shin parallel to the front of the mat. Flex the foot a lot. And then flex the right foot and stack your right shin on top of your left. This is intense. I can only urge you to go into this gently and see how it feels. And if it is too much, just go into a nice, easy cross-leg shape. If you are here and it's comfortable, yay, then we start to move forward. So walking the hands, I always go really wide with my hands. I find that the most sort of easeful way to come into this. And then I move my arms so the forearms are parallel, the palms are touching. But any amount of movement, wherever you want to put the hands, is up to you. And then flex really firmly into the feet. Breathe into the hips. If there is a little resistance, but it's not discomfort, really look into that resistance. What happens if you sit with it and breathe through that resistance? Okay, next in-breath, gently walk yourself back up. Let the legs come apart, plant the feet, find your squat. One last time, hands to the heart. Let that heart draw like a magnet towards your thumbs. Soften the gaze. Let yourself focus entirely on your breath. Plant the fingertips down, lift the hips a little, turn the feet parallel, find that forward fold. Feel around here, find some playfulness and sway. And find stillness. Plant the right hand beneath the face. Bend the right knee a lot and open out to the left. And then let the left hand come down. Bend the left knee a lot. Open out to the right. Let the right knee come down. Right hand, sorry. Find that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Heel toe the feet together a little, and then move through your vinyasa, jumping or stepping to plank. Pausing here maybe for a breath, drawing in the lower belly, really firing up the core. And then with control, move through your flow, finding downward dog. And then we'll make our way to a seat. You can come to the knees, you can hop or jump your way through. Let both legs come long in front. And then lift the arms overhead. Take a full breath in. And exhale, hinge forward, find that resistance, that edge, and then let the hands come down. Settle in here for a few breaths. And even as you are folding forward in this shape, you can keep that beautiful light in your heart lifted, that light energy of the heart center. It's not rounded down. We're not trying to get our head to our knees. Slowly release whatever you are holding, come back up, and let the soles of the feet come together. So here again, it's entirely your choice. If you have the feet quite close or further away, you just experiment with that, see what works for you. Then you can hold the ankles, or you can cup the feet, clasp your hands and rest the feet in your hands. Take a breath in and then fold forward any amount. Maybe after a few breaths, you may be surprised. There may be a little bit more space, a bit of openness that you can move towards or into. And then when you're ready, gently let yourself come back up. Find that easy cross-legged shape. Close your eyes and feel into your body. Feel the most obvious places, the big joints, the big muscles of the body. And then see if you can feel into more subtle layers, more energetic layers. Where can you feel shifts or movement or places of warmth, buzzing, places where energy is moving, just all of that joyful exploration. The more closely you can become attuned to your body in this way, the more grace and ease, I guess, we can live and move through life. When we can move mindfully with awareness into situations in our lives, when we are reliant on the trust we've built with our own being and our own body, when we can listen to feedback from our physical body and our inner knowing, we will never go astray. Okay, keeping the eyes closed. Next time you inhale, bring the arms overhead slowly as if you're moving through treacle. Feel everything. Let the fingers and palms touch in space. Take another joyful, grounded breath in here, and as you breathe out slowly with some resistance, draw the hands down to the heart. Then maybe let the head bow in, maybe whisper yourself a little note of thanks. And then you can release the hands. I will also extend thanks to you. Thank you for joining me for that practice, and thank you for taking the time to nurture yourself, to look after yourself, to regulate yourself, to soothe, to energize, whatever it is that you needed your yoga practice to do today. Well done for doing it. It's so easy to go days and days and weeks and months just on that kind of live treadmill. Things are moving fast, and it takes a lot of dedication and discipline to make yourself carve out that time for yourself. I'm so proud of anyone that can manage to do it in this crazy life that we are all living. So well done, and thank you so much for choosing to practice with me. I am just overjoyed. I love doing this, and if you are watching and you liked this video, then that makes me incredibly happy. So from my home to yours and from my heart to yours, I wish you well wherever you are, and I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Please subscribe if you liked this video, and then you'll never miss another one. Lots and lots of love. Bye.